Hello, miracle workers! Welcome to another special episode of Unlocking Miracles, Strategies Guide to Life, Love, and Leadership. And for this special episode, I don't have a guest. I am alone in this episode. But despite of that incident, I am so excited to talk about a certain topic that I felt that is also good to share to everyone. So, quick updates. So, for those who are first time listening to this podcast, it's been a while. I think I'm nearing my 1 year anniversary. I started this podcast October 22 during my birthday last year. And it's already August. We're nearing the end of August. And 2 months ago, we are going to celebrate my first year doing this Unlocking Miracles podcast. And I just came home from an event. I attended the National Achievers Congress, which was organized by Laurus Enterprises. I actually celebrated the event or joined the event together with my mom, who celebrated her 70th birthday last Thursday. Yes, last August 22. And it's actually my treat to her to attend the event so that she could again learn more from, and she's excited to be part of the event because she'll be seeing and learning from the Vision Lakiani will be actually attending tomorrow, or if you're watching this now, it's 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 a Saturday, so we'll be experiencing him on a Saturday. So for this episode, what I'm going to talk about is one of the speakers that we had in the National Achievers Congress, who is Ken Honda. So briefly, Ken Honda is a Japan international bestseller and author of Happy Money. Okay. So at the age of 29, he first retired to welcome his newborn daughter in the world. And at that time, he thought that he was already done with work. And he owned a successful consultancy and accounting business, and which allowed him to be like to have close up shop, spend his days with the apple of his eye. And little did he realize that his second career, impacting millions by helping them heal their relationship with money, was about to begin. So I really like Ken Honda, first time to encounter him. I haven't read his book, Happy Money, but I've been listening to his videos. And what I really am excited about him is that he's really calm and grounded in person. So yun yung nagustuhan ko kay Ken Honda. And tonight, or this podcast episode, I'll be sharing to you some of the key learnings that I got. So I hope I do justice by sharing these things that I got from him. So, first kong na-encounter na meron kasi tayong tinatawag na money IQ. And being a wealth coach, I often discuss this to my prospects, my clients, yung money IQ. So, mostly money IQ is about earning, spending, protecting, and increasing your income. So, that's the IQ part of money. And then when it comes to the EQ part of money, that is where you talk about how to receive money, how to enjoy money, how to trust and share money. So, tinuturo ko rin naman yan because currently I have my Abundance Lifestyle Masterclass program and even the book where I actually shared 7 wealth strategies to live an impactful and fulfilling life. And he shared actually 4 principles of money EQ. So if you have notes, you can take down note in your notes, in your notebook. So first is receive money well. Okay. Um, Sabi niya, madalas daw tayong natural for us to give, to help people. But how about how do we receive money? So pag hindi daw tama yung how we view money, madalas yung money, pag ni-receive natin, we just spend it unwisely or basta na lang nawawala yung pera sa atin. No? We don't know how to keep it or we don't know how to actually spend it. So that's one, receive money well. Second, enjoy money with appreciation. So he suggests that when you receive or spend money, you need to say thank you to your money so that when your money is well spent and you enjoy it, more money will come to you. And then third is trust in the flow of money. Whenever I do my content, I always share this even to my workshops, webinars, and even to when I ever talk to people na always believe in the law of reciprocity that whatever you give would always come back to you. So if you're generous to share your money to people, actually yung trust, no? And then fourth is share money well. So dapat hindi lang ikaw yung nag-enjoy sa money, you are able to bless other people then with your money. So I believe these four principles he shared about the money EQ is already something that I also teach to people. It's just that nilabelan niya lang, no? Yung mon principles of behind the money EQ. He also talked about the personality types when it comes to money. I first learned this from the Millionaire Mind Intensive program I attended last year. And ito, medyo marami lang siyang topics or not topics but personality types. No? I knew four lang. No? But in this case, he shared 8. No? So doble. So I can briefly talk about them lang. So yun, number 1 is spender. So very obvious naman yung spender. We love to have fun, enjoy our money. Second is about the saver. So ito yung mahilig tayo. We feel security and we don't want to waste money kapag saver ka. Third is earner. So ito yung feeling mo kapag marami kang pera, yung worth mo is big and you love to add earnings, no? So addicted ka to work, addicted ka to earning money. And then fourth is monk. So ito naman yung indifferent ka to money, you don't actually want to spend money at all. Ayan. And then you rely to someone else's for managing your money. 5 is hippie or avoider. So you avoid money on purpose um, because probably hindi maganda yung view mo towards money or you feel you're not worth it to receive money. Ganun. And then number 6 is saver, splurger. So it's a combination between a spender and a saver. And then number 7 is gambler. No, ayaw naman natin to. But mostly they enjoy spender sila at earner sila. It's a combination of spender and earner. And they have joy in taking risk. Kasi nga gambler nga, di ba? Gambling. And then number 8 is worrier. So ito naman yung you feel uneasy about money and actually dito pumapasok yung hindi ka naman talaga worried about money but you're more worried about life. So those are the money personalities that I took note of. Ayan. Bilang masipag tayo mag-notes kapag ano, pag may seminar. Yan. So ako naman, very generous naman ako in sharing. So I don't keep it to myself because I also want you to learn so that sabi nga nung mga speakers kanina sa seminar, when we are teaching this, you're actually inculcating it more to your system. So, mas lalo mo siya natatandaan. And then at the same time, when you're sharing this and adding value to other people, so it's also giving. No? You're giving your knowledge away, you're giving your whatever knowledge you got, the wisdom. And because you are in the space of giving, blessings will come to you. So, kaya yun yung motivation natin kung bakit natin ito ginagawa. Okay. And also what I love about his sharing is talked about the visible and invisible assets. No? Normally kasi, familiar tayo sa mga visible assets. Bahay, kotse, buildings, jewelries. No? Lately, I've been looking for luxury um, watches. No? Yan. So, but in this case, invisible assets meron din pala, no? labeled it to relationships, health, experiences, wisdom, skills. No? So, I get to realize na I've been actually building a lot of invisible assets. So, I'm very keen to relationships, helping people get what they want, what they need, so that um, it's my way of adding value to people. No? And it's actually, sabi niya dito, invisible assets takes time to build, and that um, it can be, uh, over time, it can lead to visible assets din naman. But ang kagandahan nito, they are highly resistant to price changes, theft, 'di ba? Sabi nga nila, mag-invest ka sa education, self-education, because nobody can take that away from you. 'Di ba? Walang pwedeng magnakaw niyan kasi it stays with you. Hindi siya mawawala. Oo, against siya sa war, disaster, damage, aging. So I really believed in investing in yourself for personal development, kasi as you invest on yourself, you become wiser, you become knowledgeable, and you become good at taking action din. Kasi you have a lot of information to look into. If tama ba yung ginagawa mo, you get more self-reflection towards yourself. So when I was reflecting on the topics na discussed ni Ken Honda, I also realized na yun nga na maganda talaga that you are able to also strike a balance or harmony between things. So pag na-realize mo that you're already a spender, so kailangan mabalanse mo yan ng pagiging saver. So especially sa mga mag-asawa na nanonood ngayon, 'di ba? Minsan kailangan malaman mo muna yung money top or primary money personality ng partner mo para you know how to adjust. So like in our case, if I'm an avoider or if I'm a spender, saver combo, and then my husband is a monk. So tendency is, no, ayaw niyang gumastos, ako pinapagastos niya. So may tendency na minsan no overspend ako, or minsan naman may mga times depende sa mood that I don't want to spend, I just keep the money. And so we really have to have a good communication with regards to money para na-avoid yung mga disagreements, mga miscommunication na yan, mga conflicts. And then at the same time, you get to address any money issues that you have so that there's healthier relationships. So that's all about basically what I learned about one of the speakers. We actually had a lot of speakers for today. It was from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. So medyo hectic talaga yung schedule namin. And tomorrow will be again early. You're watching this. I'm taping or recording this on a Friday night, but you're going to watch this on a Saturday. So Saturday, another whole day of learning. And I'm very excited kasi makikita ko in person yung one of the people that I always listen to and learn from, si Vishen Lakiani. And I'm sure I'll be able to share some information then from the other speakers that I learned from National Achievers Congress. Just give me some time to digest them and pick the nuggets and share also my own personal insights with regards to the sharing of the speakers. And not only in this podcast, hopefully I get to also share them in my short videos, in my other social media accounts. So I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for spending your precious time with me and listening to this podcast. I hope you have found value. Anything that you got from my sharing, please do comment it or share it. You may message me. Any suggestions you may want, baka meron kayong gustong topic na i-discuss ko, or baka meron kayong gusto kong i-guest dito sa Unlocking Miracles. Of course, before I go and end this podcast, I want to share also one of the breakthroughs that I had. So recently, I had this epiphany or vision that I was being called by the Lord to do a webinar on book writing. No, so because I've been planning of putting up or publishing my personal book, so that one of my dreams of publishing my solo book. No, because most of the books that I have published are collaborations, so maraming mga co-authors dyan. But in the solo book, wala pa. No? But this, I'm planning to write and publish it, and hopefully I get to publish it before Christmas. And naisip ko that it would be much meaningful and fun to do it with other authors who will also want to publish their books. So I launched a webinar, and in that webinar, I was able to have around 6 people who listened to the webinar last night. And it was my first time to run the webinar, so I got excited because I made an offer to them that they hopefully cannot resist. And yeah, it's something that I'm also interested and be willing to share to more people. So if you happen to have plans or dream of having your own book, just hit me a message. I'll be um available for a call to discuss details, and I can also share to you the recording, and hopefully I get to have fix a time by next week wherein I can conduct again the webinar, kasi mas maganda yung live webinar, so that you can ask me your burning questions with regards to book publishing, book writing, and I get to also discuss to you my special offer, no? Because this is something that I really thought of, no, and I got out of my comfort zone, and I it took a lot of courage for me to really finally put this out to the world. And hopefully this will reach out to people who are been praying and hoping to have their books very soon. So if you know somebody who you feel has been itching or has been really contemplating of publishing, writing their books, let me know so that I can help and support them in their journey. So that's it for tonight. I hope that you have found value in this episode. I am so blessed to have this podcast because this has been an avenue, a vehicle, a platform for me to share my experiences, my knowledge, my mentors, the people that I look up to, and the people that I journey with in terms of being a lifelong learner and a person who is always seeking to unlock miracles in our lives. So, my invitation to everyone is to continue to unlock more miracles in your life and be a blessing to more people. Cheers and see you in the next episode. Bye.